on. It is another day in 2026 paradise, y'all. I hope you're having an amazing spring/winter/spring/winter. Tornadoes and a snowstorm, everybody. At least that's what it's like in good old Kansas, y'all. Today is another episode of conquering whatever disaster is in my home together. Where we conquer another disaster in my home together. Today, we are taking on, I got hair in my mouth. We're taking on this, I don't even know what kind of closet this is right now. It's supposed to be a linen closet, but I don't keep a lot of linens in there. I don't know if anyone else is like this. If you have a linen closet, do you only keep linens in there? Or do you keep other stuff in there, like backstock stuff or first aid stuff? I feel like this closet, it was initially a linen closet, but now it has some towels. It doesn't have any sheets in it because I keep my extra sheets. I have like a little drawer under my bed where I keep my extra sheets. So I don't keep my extra sheets in there. It's got towels and then pretty much the rest of my life. So my linen closet is holding my literal life together, everybody. And it looks like a complete disaster. I have not conquered this closet since the last time we did it here on YouTube, which was probably years ago before I had kids. And now my whole life looks, we've added more products to the mix, more things that we got, more people we have to hold together. And so this closet was a disaster. Let me show you what it looked like. It still has some of the pretty organization things we put in there, some of the bins and boxes and baskets and things that we put in here. But then I pretty much just shoved everything else. Like anything else that came in, I was like, okay, I don't have time to figure out where this goes. I'm just shoving it in here, shoving it in here. And then it just became a total disaster. I had postpartum products in here. I have all sorts of it's like my life threw up in this closet. So my goal with this space was just to get this closet together, get it reorganized, get rid of any medications or anything that was expired, sunscreen that was expired, whatever, get ready for the summertime. And because, I got to wear that SPF, everybody. And then get everything all, put back together and looking nice for one, but two, have it be safe. And three, have it be a space where if somebody is babysitting and they need to find a Band-Aid or something, or any sort of medication of it, whatever, they can get into this closet and they know exactly where to find it. So anyways, I'm going to try to link what I can in this video because I do have a lot of organization products. A lot of this stuff I got years ago when I first conquered this closet. We're just going to revisit it and get it back into shape. And so I'll try to find what I can and link it either in the YouTube shop or down in the description box if you're looking for anything in this video. I will try to have a list for you down in the description and have the links there and see what I can find years later. I know IKEA still has a lot of their tubs and bins that I used. And I don't know, I'll try to link them. I think you can buy them online. I'm not sure. I'll see what I can find. And then of course, all the labels, all that kind of stuff I got years ago, but I'll try to find something similar. Either way, if you're looking for something, it's down in the description box. You don't have to use the links. You can find the kind of bins that you like and all that kind of stuff. But if you're looking for some cleaning and organizing inspo, I love watching cleaning videos. So I hope you enjoy this one because I feel like it might be a good before and after. So anyways, let's jump into this whole linen closet or just my entire life closet. Let's jump into this. What are we doing? We're cleaning it, reorganizing it. Cleaning it. Decluttering it, cleaning it, and reorganizing it. That's what we're doing. So let's jump into this. Here we go, everybody. All right, here we are at the linen closet, which has become my entire life stuffed in one closet. And I had random puffs in there, everybody, just food. Everything is literally in this closet. Okay. Anyways, starting off strong, we're taking everything out of this closet. I'm just taking everything out, not sorting it, organizing it. I'm not making any decisions yet. I do have a trash bag nearby where I am taking anything that looks like it could be trash at all, which I didn't have a lot of trash in here. But if it's an empty bottle of anything, I'm not looking at expiration dates or any of that kind of stuff yet. I'm just anything that's obviously trash, like maybe a little slip of something fell out of I don't know, whatever bag or something. I don't know. But if it's trash or like a box that hair color was in that's just lingering in here, anything like that is going in the trash. but everything else is going on the floor because I'm just going to sit on the floor and start decluttering, going through expiration dates, all that kind of stuff. If your space is too small to sit on the floor, which this was pretty cramped, I'm not going to lie, or if you can't sit on the floor and you need to sit in a chair, or you need like a fold out table, whatever you got to do, or if you need to go shelf by shelf and do a little bit at a time, whatever inspires you to go declutter, whatever closet it is you're wanting to work on, go for it. I decided to do one big decluttering marathon and not go shelf by shelf this time because I knew this whole closet it just needed completely reorganized, because I had some things on the bottom shelves that needed to go on the top shelves and away from kids' hands or where any kids could get to them. So I knew that I was going to have to go through, and I had a bunch of stuff, just random stuff in here that needed to find a home. So I just needed to give this whole closet it just needed a redo. So I got everything off the shelves onto the floor, and now I'm going in with my handy dandy Dyson, vacuuming the shelves, getting all the dust and crust and anything weird, spider carcasses, all sucked up into the vacuum cleaner. And then I'm going in with my good old fashioned Mrs. Meyer's. I love going with anything that smells good and fresh that I can get in here and wipe down and have not just a good looking closet, but also a fresh smelling closet by the end of this. And then we're going to go through everything. So I put everything on the floor, and now I'm digging out my trash bag and I'm going to start going through everything. So I have the things that I'm throwing away, which are mainly things that are empty bottles, if there's anything in here, or anything that's expired or separated, or expired medications, or like I had a little hair color tube that had the tiniest amount left in it that I could never use for a full head of hair. So I got rid of that. And then I had a separate bag of items that I needed to move to my bathroom because I need to start using them. They aren't expired. I do like them, but I need to use them up. So I put them in a separate bag, or just any sort of container, a laundry basket, anything where you can move it to another room easily. So I had a separate little bag that I could take into my bathroom and start putting things in my shower so I can start using them. And then everything else started going into separate piles. So here I did have a box where I organized some of my body wash and lotions and body sprays. So I set that aside, but nothing else is getting organized at this point. I'm just going through and decluttering and then sorting things into piles. So I have all my hair colors together. All my first aid products are in their own little pile. Then I have all my kids' medicines in their own little pile. Sunscreens in a pile, my monthly supplies, if you know, all in a pile. And then what else? Hand sanitizers, dare you say that? Deodorants, or backstock deodorant stuff, shaving supplies. And then I also had some hair color stuff. But longest story longer, I'm really trying to declutter and just get everything sorted into piles before I start organizing them and getting them put into bins. Because you'll see here, I start getting sidetracked. This is what happens. I don't know if anyone else is like this. If I focus too much on getting things organized, I could jump into organizing too quickly. It turns into its own side quest. And then by the time I return to decluttering and organizing, I'm like, wait, all the stuff is still all over my floor and I'm not getting anywhere. So I was trying to hone in, but I did do these two wooden box things. One had my hair color supply, what am I trying to say? Hair color supplies and bleaching supplies. And then the other one had body wash, lotion, and body sprays. But then I returned back. I threw a couple of monthly supplies in this box that was already organized. So I just kept it organized. I'm not moving those anywhere. So I just kept the supplies in there, panty liners, pads, and tampons, and threw a lid on it and moved that to the side. And then now we're done with our side quest. I'm sitting here thinking, I'm looking around going, wait, I still got all this stuff over here. What am I doing? Do I organize or do I keep decluttering? Goal, you get back on track and you declutter. That's what you do. So I start grabbing these little bins and seeing what kind of labels. I have labels on them from before when I decluttered my laundry, or what am I calling it? Linen closet. Yeah. When I decluttered that last time, I had gotten these bins and put all these fancy labels on them. So I was seeing what was on them, wiping down these bins. These bins are the white ones are from IKEA. And then the grayish wooden ones, I believe, are from Target like 5-6 years ago. Anyways, this IKEA bin was for sunscreen. I wanted to keep it my sunscreen bin because I didn't have a ton of sunscreen, just enough to fit in this little bin. I went through, checked the expiration dates on the other ones, threw away the ones that were expired and kept the ones that are not expired, put those in the bin, set it aside for when I'm ready to put it back into the closet. And then you'll see here, I'm once again sorting things into piles, getting my first aid pile or my medication pile going. And then what else was that? Oh, that was hand sanitizer. What else we got? We'll open it up. Let's see. Oh, that's my first aid bin. I knew I had to go through this. I probably had a lot of expired products in here. So I was going through. And while I was going through this, I was looking at each thing and thinking in the back of my mind, if I'm looking for this, where am I looking for it? Does it fit in this bin with all of these other things, or would I be looking for it separate? Like in my mind, for example, Band-Aids. I had my Band-Aids in here, but in my mind, when I'm thinking about it, I'm like, wait a minute. I usually need my Band-Aids separate from my fever reducer or pain reliever or whatnot. So I usually look for my Band-Aids and ointments and antiseptic kind of stuff or alcohol wipes or whatever in a separate area that I would look for my pain reliever or fever reducer or asthma medicine. Like I'm not looking for Band-Aids when I'm trying to drown myself with a neti pot, everybody. And that way I could maybe avoid this big cluttered mess that was this first aid bin that just had everything. It was a smorgasbord of, it was basically like a pharmacy in a big bin. So, but I just kind of ended up throwing everything back in because I was like, I'm not organizing this right now. I'm doing this later. Let's get everything I need all together and then I'll organize it later. I kept getting sidetracked. This is just what I do. I'm just showing it in real time. Usually I show my perfect organizing, focused organizing, and this was not that. This was a disaster. There was just too much going on in this closet, and I kept going on side quest of side quest of side quest, and I'm like, well, you got to stay on track, everybody. So here we are moving on to my excessive hand sanitizer collection, everybody. Between these little hand sanitizers and the huge Big Daddy hand sanitizers, if you saw them, they have like the big pumps on them. The stories behind the sanitizer, well, there's just one story. Basically, we owned a bar during COVID, everybody. So we ended up with so much hand sanitizer when we closed the bar. We had so much backstock from COVID and we're still getting through it, everybody. Hand sanitizer and paper towels. We just went through the paper towels and we closed the bar 4 years ago. And we just got through the paper towels, which is wild. Anyways, here we're finally organizing, everybody. I'm taking everything out of this. I already went through everything, but I'm finally taking everything out. I'm just organizing things mainly. On one side, I had my allergy relief, and on the other side, I had pretty much everything else. It doesn't look perfect. It doesn't look TikTok worthy or Instagram worthy or whatever, but it's at least somewhat organized and it has what I need in it. And that's all I was looking for. Some of these organizing bins will look picture perfect, whatever, but and aesthetically pleasing. But some of them you just can't make a nasal spray aesthetically pleasing, but maybe you can. Anyways, here I'm starting a new bin, my children's medicine bin. I didn't have this bin before when I had organized my closet last time. I think it was before kids. So that was several years ago. And here I'm putting pain reliever, fever reducer, that kind of stuff. I did put a box of Band-Aids, Aquaphor, Vaseline, and then I also put some allergy relief and what else? Snot suckers and some other things in there it was in the kids' bathrooms, but they were napping. So I ended up setting that aside for later so I could put all their other stuff in there. All right, here, I think this is where I was like, yeah, I need a Band-Aids bin, everybody. So I put all my Band-Aids of all these different types of Band-Aids. I got the waterproof Band-Aids. I got the, what's that one? Flexible fabric Band-Aids. I've got the, what's that one? Oh, heavy duty Big Daddy Band-Aids. I've got I put some more that were not matching brand. Don't judge me. And then some gauze pads and some bandages, like if you need to wrap your ankle or wrist or whatever, and then some tape, bandage tape, and all that kind of stuff, and a Baby Shark Band-Aid set. And what else do I got in here? What's this? Oh, that's my sunscreen. We already did that part. Do I want to? Oh yeah, I'm going to move. Look at this. I'm going to make it aesthetically pleasing after I just talked mad smack on it. Okay. That one looks pretty. Move on, Jade. You made it pretty. Okay. Now wipe it off. Move on. God, the Libra inside of me cannot help it. Oh, I got to make this one pretty too. Okay. Look at that. Okay. Moving on. Okay. What's going on in here? Oh, this was all my travel stuff, more hand sanitizer. I'm telling you, I should just give it. Everyone in their stocking stuffers this year, everyone's getting the hand sanitizer. I hope they like it. Anyways, this is all my travel stuff, just going through it, making sure everything is, not expired or whatever. All right, so this bin has all of our lifetime supply of deodorants and shaving supplies. We have a lot of backstock. So Dallas's deodorants, which he's no longer using Wolf Thorn. So I can't say that anymore. If you remember, that was so, what was that? Like probably 2015, 16. We talked about Wolf Thorn, everybody. But he's no longer using that one. And then shave gel, and then my backup deodorants, and then we have a ton of backup Harry's razors. I did some sponsorships with Harry's, and so we have a lot of backup razors. We use Harry's razors every time, but because of the sponsorships, I had a lot of backups. So if you're like, cool, how are you ever going to need that many razors? A lot of it's backstock from the sponsorships, so that's why we have so many razors in this. And this is one of those bins that's going to go up on top, so don't worry about them being too far down. Okay. Anyways, so here finally I'm getting to the floor area of this closet. I did this last, I think, because I ran out of space, because there's this big bin filled, or basket. It's a basket, wire basket, filled with toilet paper, and I couldn't fit it in the little area we were organizing. So I was like, that's okay. I'll just conquer this last. Most of the stuff in here was postpartum supplies, like pads and diapers and those types of things for postpartum. But I also had some Epsom salt in here and a decrepit looking towel, everybody. And a bunch of spider carcasses and cobwebs and hair. And you know what that means. That means we go in with our handy dandy Dyson, y'all. We're going in and sucking up all those spider carcasses. Although they're great for the decor, we're not trying to leave them there. We got to suck them up, and we can't have kids eating spider carcasses. So we're going in, sweeping that up, spraying it down, getting it smelling nice and not delicious. I almost said delicious, but fresh, not delicious. Oh, then I'm going in with this wire basket. I got this guy from Target. Once again, last time I did my closet clean out, or linen closet clean out, so I want to say it was 5-ish years ago. And got my toilet paper I'm putting in here, all fancy. But yeah, so I'm just putting my toilet paper in here. That's what I'm doing. And this one does look aesthetically pleasing. So this one makes my soul happy to look at. And it's easier to grab the toilet paper without having to rip open a plastic package and try to, get one manhandle a piece of toilet paper out, or not piece, but a roll. You know what I'm talking about. Okay, anyways, in this basket, I had some white towels that I used for guests, but we're not having guests anymore because we don't even have a guest room anymore, guest bathroom for them to use. We have the boys' bathrooms, and their towels are in their bathroom. So I put beach towels in here. So I have the boys' beach towels, and then Dallas and I, we have our beach towels in here as well. And longest story longer, I'm putting everything back into this closet. So I have this, by the time we get to this shelf, the boys aren't quite tall enough to even get, they can't reach the shelf at all. So I put the towels, I have the toilet paper on the floor, then the towels, then none of these items can, first of all, the gray box is too heavy for them to pull down, but they can't even reach it anyway. And then I put everything that either has like a child-proof thing, or it's not edible, or they can't get to it or get into it, or get hurt or anything like that. Then I worked my way up. This next shelf, I put the travel size stuff, first aid, cough and cold, and then the children's medicine stuff. Then I think I also put the Band-Aids, or no, hand sanitizer I think I put up here, because the Band-Aids, I would have put the Band-Aids up here, but because the Band-Aids cannot injure anybody, I put them on the lower shelf. So I are least likely to injure people. So by the time we get up to here, like the first aid stuff and these shaving supplies, that's like, it's taller than I am, basically. So the boys cannot even get close to that. And then I had all this room for activities at the top, because I didn't have anything up here, because I had decluttered so much, which I was all excited about, that I decided to put my backstock cleaning supplies up here for upstairs cleaning. And so I put some Mrs. Meyer spray, some disinfectant wipes, my Mr. Clean Freak, and my little basket thing, or it's like a little pail of cleaning supplies that I can carry around to the different bathrooms and everything. And then I also put my more hand sanitizer, everybody. A lot of hand sanitizer going around this house. All right. And I think we're done. Are we done? Oh no, I ended up moving that hair color basket box thing. Didn't match. Wasn't aesthetically pleasing, you know me. And I found another white one from IKEA, so I switched it out. And so this is the before of the closet. We are finished. We are officially done. And this is the after. And then I'll do a side by side so you guys can see everything side by side, what it looks like. This feels so good. This was in the back of my mind, just kind of eaten away at me that I really needed to get this closet together before my kids could get into it and get into anything at all. So here's a before and after. It feels so good. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and conquering yet another disaster in my home. We have more disasters to come. We have more cleaning and organizing and decluttering videos. If you like those types of videos, stay tuned because I think we're conquering the kitchen next. So hang on tight, everybody. We haven't done that one in a while. Anyways, hope you're having an amazing spring-ish, winter-ish, whatever this in-between time is. And yeah, thank you for hanging out with me. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you can give it a thumbs up. Say hey, ghoul, hey down in the comments because you know I love talking to you. And anything else you want to jab your jaws about down in the comments, let me know what you're working on. Are you spring cleaning? Are you doing any organizing, decluttering? Let me know what you're working on. Anyways, hope you're having an amazing day. And thank you so much for hanging out here. Thank you so much for watching. And I will see you guys next time.